Hello everyone, it's Melanie from Mel's Inky Fingers. Happy Friday. I am just going to make sure I'm live in the right place here. I'm late today. Sorry about that. I was out of town and I wasn't sure I was going to make it back in time. I was supposed to be back sooner, so I apologize for being a little late. But here we are. So I have a gorgeous card to share with you today, and it is the coolest bundle. I think you're going to really like it. So hang in there for a little while with me and let's create. I'm going to show you a couple variations of this particular, sorry about that. That was loud. All right, I'm in the right place and very clearly you can hear me. All right, so this Extraordinary Flora Bundle is really cool. This is kind of a new style of bundle. This is a stamp and die bundle, but then it comes with this really cool extra wide washi tape, and it's gorgeous. And I made this card. It was really easy to make. I'm going to show you how I did it. And you can mix and match these in so many ways. So we're going to talk in depth about this today. You're going to love it. All right. So while I'm waiting for everyone to jump on, since I am a little bit late, I have a couple of things to share with you that I don't want you to miss out on. So Stampin' Up! Is offering a 20% off sale on the two-tone cardstock. So two-tone cardstock can be found back in the section where the colors are and the papers are. And it comes in all the Stampin' Up! Colors. So you will see it listed here as an item with all your color family items. And it comes 12 by 12. So you'll see 12 by 12 two-tone cardstock. And it comes as a pack of, I believe, 12 sheets in all these colors, all 50 colors. And what makes two-tone cardstock fun is that it's lighter on one side than the other. Now this is two-tone cardstock. This is just some of the ways that you can use it. Hey Joan, welcome and thanks for jumping on. So what's really neat is, let me get a bone folder and fold this a little better. It's over time it's gotten a little not quite as creased. So you can see, hopefully the camera is picking that up. This is a lighter color, so it's a little more subtle, but you can see the two tones. So one side is the true color and the back side of the paper is a lighter tone of this color. So this happens to be Daffodil Delight, but you can see how there's definitely a color difference. Here is Pretty in Pink, and you can see how this is the front, the main color, this is the back, it's lighter. This is unique. It is different than our standard cardstock. I would call this more like a crafting paper. It's really nice for layering. It's great if you do scrapbooking, and it's really fun to do different techniques with. So it has a white core, so you can see the white edge because it's not dyed all the way through the paper, and that allows you to do some really fun things with it. So you can tear it and allow the white edge to show. You can sand it. This has been sanded with a sanding block, and you can see that white pops through, so it gives a distressed look. You can kind of get a woodsy look if you're doing like a boho chic project, if you're doing something that's really organic feeling, if you want it to just look distressed, really cool for that. You can crumple it easier because it's lighter weight. And then you could even take this one step further and rub your sanding block over this, and all these crumpled areas would pop even more. And then you can just fold it on itself and layer it. And then it's like having two different colors of cardstock in one pack. So all 50 colors are available, and they're all on sale right now. Today is the last day. So let me get to that color page. Whoops, I think it's this way. So you can see all the colors. So you have both in color families, some of your neutrals, and then you have all 4 of the core color families. So all 50 colors. So I would suggest grabbing maybe 3, 4, 5 of your favorite colors and ordering some packs of this. I think you're going to enjoy some of the techniques and fun things you can do with it. So Joan said she ordered some multi-packs. Yes, so you can get it as a multi-pack, and then you can see if you like it. Now the multi-packs are shown up in the scrapbook section. So let's go up here. So if you get to the scrapbook section, I should have looked to see what page that started on. This is not the scrapbook section. I have to go further. Here we go. Now we're in the right spot. All right. So if you go to the scrapbook sections where they have the scrapbook kits, they offer some two-tone cardstock packs. So you have to kind of flip through here and see. Actually, I thought they were up here. Oh, I don't know where the two-tone cardstock packs are. I thought they were up there. Back here, if you look under paper, let's see if we can find it. Cardstock. Two-tone cardstock packs. So right here. So they are there. Okay, page 71, 67, 69, 73. Okay. They are in a different spot. So you need to go right here to the two-tone cardstock section. And here they are. So here's one that has kind of neutrals. So you get 2 sheets each of 6 different colors. And you can get some brights and some more brights and some cool mix of colors there. So they start on page 67. It was in the scrapbook section, but I went to the wrong scrapbook section. So there's like 1, 2, 3, 4, like 4 or 5 different groupings, or you can go to page 77 and you can look at all the colors there, and you can see it shows you both the light and the dark color. So it's pretty cool. So grab some and try it, and then try some of these neat techniques. All right, the other thing I wanted to share with you is that time is running out to subscribe to Creatively Inked this month. And this month we are working with the Sunrise Sailing Bundle. This bundle is really cool because the bundle includes a hybrid embossing folder. So this month our focus is going to be working with the hybrid embossing folders to add really cool elements to your projects. This is a neat bundle. I love the fonts, and you get this outline stamp here that you can combine with the die and even include it in your hybrid embossing folder so that you can create a stamped, die cut, and embossed image. It's just really, really cool. So we will create 5 projects in the kit, plus you will receive, here are some of your projects, plus you will receive a completed card. So here is another project, and another one. So really cool projects this month. And then you're going to receive this completed project, which is really cool, but it's also included in your PDF so that if you would like to make it, you can. And it's got some fun inking techniques on it. So this is $39 shipped to your door and includes about $20 worth of supplies. You get a treat, you get your PDF tutorial. You have the opportunity to add on your bundle if you would like, at a discount. I pay the shipping and tax when I order this. That saves you almost 20%. And then I include it in your kit for you. So go to melsinkyfingers.com, and across the top of the page, you can hit Creatively Inked, and all your subscribing information is there. This has been a really cool subscription. I hope you try it. I'm also gearing up for a BOGO sale. So very exciting. This month I celebrate my 15-year Stampiversary with Stampin' Up. Very exciting. I don't know where the time has gone, but I'm going to offer a BOGO sale as my thanks and appreciation to you. So the way my BOGO sale works is I have a whole Facebook page with all of my retired products in it, and I say all, but it's really not all. I still have lots of things to put in there. But I have tons of retired Stampin' Up! Products in there. They're all listed with their catalog price on them. You get to go through all those items. You get to pick the ones that you want to have. And then you add up their catalog total. And then you go into my online store and you can purchase anything you want that equals at least that much or more. And then I give you those items that you selected from my retired products. I just give them to you as a gift of appreciation. So this is going to be coming soon. If you're not on my newsletter list, I recommend going to my blog, melsinkyfingers.com, and subscribing, because my newsletter friends are going to know first when this is going to happen. So this is also a good group to join, because a lot of people will just go in there and shop. If there's something retired that they're looking for, they'll go in and peruse my albums. And if they see it, I do sell those items. I'll sell them outside of my BOGO. The BOGO is just an extra bonus as an appreciation that I do for my customers. So anyone can shop in there. So search Mel's Inky Fingers BOGO group. It's a private group. Request to join, and I'll welcome you in. All right. Those are my announcements. Oh, wait. I do want to show you a couple things. So let's go back to this awesome bundle, this Sunrise Sailing bundle. So when I first got it, I was like, oh, what am I going to make with this? And now I've made so many things. If you joined me, not last week because it was the holiday, but the week before, I showed you how to make this card with this really, really cool inking technique on the bottom. So if you missed it, go on back a couple weeks and watch this video. It's really easy and gives you just a really cool look. So this is one card made with the Sunrise Sailing bundle. And then here's another one, just really pretty, layered with the So Swirly embossing folder. So it's a cool bundle. I forgot to show you those. All right, so let's move on and look at what we're going to work with today. So we are going to work with this really cool Extraordinary Flora Bundle. This is unique because this bundle not only, okay, I'm done wiggling around now. I was moving things. This bundle not only includes a stamp and coordinating die, but it includes washi tape. Now, tell me if you've ever worked with washi tape before. Let me know in the comments if you like it, if you've worked with it before, if it's confusing to you because you're not sure what to do with it, if you didn't like it, and then what you tried to do with it, because I love washi tape. I use it for a lot of things. I have a whole little drawer full of it. Believe it or not, I do enjoy it. But I've used washi tape to add details, but I've never used washi tape for the focal point of my card before. So this Extraordinary Flora washi tape comes on this 3-inch, it's like 3¼ inch roll. And there's kind of two colorways to it. So let's move this out of the way and talk about this. I'm going to put this here so you know what I'm talking about. So on this roll, as you roll it off, you're going to pull and see two different color groupings. You've got the pink and the green, and then the purple and blue tone foliage. So you get a lot of versatility. You can mix and match, or you can stay within the color groupings when you use this. But let me show you what is so amazing about this washi tape. So this stamp is perfectly coordinated for the outline. so that you can line it up over your stamps and stamp outlines on it. So you can use the flowers just like this, and that's what I did on this one. I just die cut those flowers and added it to my card. And I have added this to some basic white cardstock. So washi tape is kind of translucent, so you can see that you can kind of see through it. It's not real solid. So you can put it on different colored cardstock and change the background color, and it will also change the color of the flowers a little bit. So it's really, really cool. So these are your color choices. So now when you add it to colored paper, you can see that it does, let's match it up here. So here's your flowers. You can see that it does change the color of the flower just a little bit. So you can use that to influence your colors. And then you can die cut these and you'll have that cute little colored border if you choose something other than white. But then you can take this stamp and you can stamp on here. And when you do that, you can do fun things like this. You can stamp it in black ink and have a really cool black outline on your images. How cool is that? And we're going to use these. You can also stamp with Versamark ink and heat emboss. So I have added, I don't know if you can see that, I have added gold heat embossed outlines to this. Now, I have to be honest, I forgot to use my embossing buddy. And this whole piece of tape was completely covered with embossing powder. And I used the Wow embossing powders. I'm just about out. I had to order more. I'm just about out of gold. But this is how it comes. They come in a 3-pack. You have gold, silver, and bronze for the metallics, and then the basics are black, white, and clear. So it comes in 2 different color sets. And I used it with Versamark ink. This is my favorite ink for embossing. I even make this colored sometimes. Maybe I'll have to do a little video to show you how you can do that. But it adds a really beautiful, elegant outline to this, which is really neat. And we're going to die cut these so that you can see how this card comes together. Now the black is really striking. We're going to die cut these as well, and we'll make a card with gold and a card with black. We're going to recreate this. So let's first start by die cutting the black sheet. So I'm going to take the coordinating die, and this die cuts out the stamp perfectly. So I'm going to take this off and show you. Now this is not true to size, so I'm going to do it over my stamp. And it lines up perfectly so that with one stamp, you stamp all the images, and one pass through your die cutting machine, you cut out all these images. Isn't that cool? It's so efficient. And then if you stamp first and die cut, then you'll get all these really cool images. So I'm going to line this up. Here we go. Like this, you can see how it's going to cut all those images. Now, one thing about this washi tape, if you're going to stamp on it, this is non-porous, so you're going to need to use StazOn ink. StazOn ink, we have it in black and brown. It's specifically designed to use on non-porous surfaces. So your paper, you can use any ink. You could use this on paper too, but you can use this on things like plastic, vellum, window sheets, washi tape, glass surfaces. And then you give it some time to dry, and then it doesn't come off. Now, if I were to stamp on this with regular Memento black ink, it would wipe right off and it wouldn't dry unless I heat embossed it. So let's cut this so that you can see how cool all these images are. All right. Whoops, I forgot one of my plates. Well, let's get this plate. There we go. All right, so here are all of our little pieces. Look what I found the other day. Do you remember when we had these magnetic die cutting plates? I absolutely loved them. And I found one the other day. I was so excited, so I'm using it. But you could use washi tape to hold it in place. So, and Joan did say that that's what she uses washi tape for. So let's see here. Hi, Janet. Welcome. Hi, Dr. Donahue. Oh, it is awesome to have you here. All right. So look how cool all of these are. Isn't that amazing? That little outline of black. You can see in comparison, this is just soft and feminine. And this just gives you kind of a fun, a little more of a funky feel with the black outline, but it's still really pretty. It will give you a clean, crisp look. So I'm going to stay with white to make this card. And I'm just going to recreate it the same way I made the other one so you can see how easy this is. So I have a thick basic white card base. This is cut 4 1/4 by 11. I have it scored at 5 1/2. And then I have a piece of basic black, which will help those black outlines pop. And this is cut 3 7/8 by 3 7/8 square. Then I have a 3 3/4 inch square of basic white cardstock, and I have embossed this with the plaster, I forget the name of this. I don't have my little label on it. But this is in the online, this is an online only, so this is in my online store. And this 3 3/4 inch square will layer really nice on there and give us just a little layer of black around to just help these little outlines pop. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to lay this down and I'm going to arrange these die cuts however I want them on here. All right. Now, normally I would use press and seal to do this. The press and seal like you use in your kitchen. It's like saran wrap, except it's sticky. Except someone clearly found my box of press and seal and it's nowhere to be found. Which when you have 4 kids, you're never surprised when your things disappear. So I'm going to arrange these on here and you can put as few or as many as you want. And then you have these little flowers to fill in. So I'm going to use these 3 bigger pieces first and kind of put them in the middle. And those will be kind of my focal point pieces. So I'm going to get some dimensionals and I'm going to put those on the back. I'm going to put a glue dot on one of them. So some of them will be popped up, some of them will be flat so that you get nice dimension. You're creating a little kind of bouquet on here. So you can look at the directions of the flowers. And that's kind of the central point. Now from here, you can just build this up. So you can put glue dots on these or dimensionals to give them some volume. You can also use liquid glue if you want, and then you can kind of slide them into place. That works too. I don't know that I like that there. I think I like the contrast of the foliage there, but that's fun over there. So let's do this. And when you do this, you can create a little floral grouping where no 2 pieces are the same, and that's what makes it fun. Maybe I'll put that there. and then I'll add some of these little flowers. So dimensional on the back. There's no right or wrong here. Anything you do is going to be perfect. And I think one more, I'll put this towards the top. And then you want to try to balance it out a little bit. You can see I've gotten a little lopsided. So by using these little flowers to kind of balance out, it doesn't look lopsided anymore. There. So there you go. Look how pretty that is. And we even have a couple left. If you wanted to keep going, you could just keep on going. There's no end. So now let's layer this. I think I have all the pieces stuck down. Let's add a little bit of liquid glue to the back of this and add this to our black layer. So this is what it looks like. And then when you add it to the black layer, you can see it just really helps those little outlines pop. And then I'm going to add some liquid glue to the back of this and add it to our card front. All right, so now we can add our sentiment. We have a couple options in here. We can make a wedding card for the extraordinary couple. Congratulations, with love. I kind of like the with love. So I did congratulations on this one. So I don't have a good block here, but I'll use this little one. And maybe I should have brought my memento pad, but that's all right. We can use Cezanne. I'm going to stamp it over here. Pretty, pretty. And then last but not least, we're just going to kind of bling it up a little bit with some ribbon or twine and some gems. So I have a couple options here. I have some black twine I think that I'll use on this. So let's just tie a pretty bow. And then if you want ribbon, you could bring ribbon in if you'd rather, and you can kind of put this wherever you want it. And I like to put my twine on with half a glue dot. So I just cut one of these in half and then fold it in half so that it fits right behind this knot, because you don't want that glue dot getting stuck inside the recipient's envelope. I don't know what happened to my take your pick tool. Here it is. You can decide where you want it. And then I have some different gems. I just grabbed a few different things. There's pretty pearls. I think I like these. Sometimes just the simple basic rhinestone is all you need. So let's add some of these. And you can never have too many. There we go. I think I like that. So there you go. So you can see it's the same everything, other than I added in the black, and you can see how it makes a difference in your flowers. What do you think? Do you like that black on there? So now we're going to do the same card, except we are going to use the flowers that I heat embossed with gold so that you have that little touch of elegance. So let's add this to some gold foil. So since we have some gold on our flowers, I thought it would be pretty to bring in a little bit of gold foil. And we're going to put that on our project like this. So you can see that it's very pretty. So now we are going to take those same flowers and we're going to die cut them. So we're just going to line this die right up over the top. You can see it cuts them out perfectly. Now, I had said earlier that this got covered with gold embossing powder because I forgot to use my embossing buddy on it. The embossing buddy is part of the embossing additions kit, and it's just a little powdery fabric covered tool that you rub over the top of the area before you add your embossing powder on, and it removes the static so that your embossing powder only sticks to the ink. So I stamped this in Versamark ink and then added my gold Wow embossing powder to it, and then I used my heat tool on it. And this is how beautiful it looks. Hey, Julie, how are you? I'm glad you stopped in. All right, so let's die cut these gold images. Oh, they're so pretty. This would be gorgeous to make a Christmas card out of. I know you probably wouldn't look at this and think Christmas, but it's beautiful. You could even add some red ink to these if you wanted to have just little pops of red to make it a little more Christmassy. Very pretty. All right, and we're going to do the same thing. In fact, maybe I'll change this one up a little bit. Maybe we can work around the edge like this. Although I didn't really bring a nice bold sentiment, but let's at least let you have a glimpse of what that might look like if you chose to work around the edge of, I'm just going to slide this under here so that you can see how pretty that would be. Oh, look how beautiful. Obviously, you'd have to cut your square a little smaller so that this all fit on your card, but look how pretty that is. And then you could put a nice bold sentiment there. That would be super pretty. But let's take these and stick them in place. I hope you can see the pretty gold detail on this because it's gorgeous. It is really gorgeous. So my son is playing in a hockey tournament today, this weekend actually. I feel like there isn't really a hockey season, like every day is hockey season. And so he had a game this morning, but then we got caught up afterwards and we didn't get home as early as I thought we were going to. So I apologize for being a little bit late today to jumping on. So if you were waiting for me to get here, sorry about that. All right, so now you can fill in with these cute little foliage pieces wherever you want them. And you can use a combination again of dimensionals and glue dots to build this up however you want it. If you have press and seal, you can use the press and seal technique. This is a really great die. Ooh, that's pretty. This is a really great die to use the press and seal technique with. And if you haven't done that before, the way you do that is you arrange everything the way you want it, and then you put a piece of press and seal down on top, and it lifts up all the pieces. Then you flip it over and you can put all your glue dots and dimensionals on the back however you want it, and then you flip it back over and stick it down on your project, and it's beautiful. Boy, that's kind of pretty just like that, isn't it? Maybe one more flower. There. And we can save these for later. I put my die cuts right back in the container that they came from with the stamps and the dies. I just put it all right back in there. I'll clean up my mess here. All right, so here's a close-up of this. Isn't that beautiful? We are just going to take this and stick it down on our card front. So we'll put this one on with some dimensionals. And then we'll have to decide what, ooh, I put that on crooked. I've got to fix it though, because I have to be able to stamp my sentiment straight. So I just use the edge of this layer for my sentiment. All right, so now we need to decide which sentiment we're going to use. And I think I'm going to use the congratulations, except that I didn't bring my heat tool over here. So I can't. I only have black, so I'll have to add it later. Oh well, let's bling it up. All right, so we have some of this beautiful gold striped ribbon that we can add a bow. I think I'm going to take a piece of this and cut it in half lengthwise and make it a little more narrow so that it doesn't hide too many of the flowers. This is a great way to use ribbon that's a little wider. If you feel you want something more narrow for your project, you can just cut your ribbon in half lengthwise like this, and then you'll get two pieces of a narrower ribbon. Now we also have the 1/8 inch gold and silver ribbon I could have grabbed. I did not, but this will make a really pretty bow, and you'll have that pretty gold coordination to go with your metallic embossing. All right, so here's our bow. Let's put that on with a glue dot. And then we can add some gems. So I brought some really pretty gold dots that I thought would go well with this, that I'll share with you. And you can trim this however short or however long you would like. And then here are the dots I thought would be pretty. Now we have a lot of choices. I also grabbed these, and these are the muted palette dots. They're really pretty. I thought this pink would be so pretty, as well as these. But let's go with these gold. So what do you think? Have you tried this washi tape yet with this bundle? Tell me if you've played with this bundle. It's pretty amazing. So let's go around and add these. There, I think that's good. And there it is in gold. Now, some of these extra pieces that you have, I would take them and put them right inside your card. Look how beautiful they look when you add them to the inside. I like this one. That one's really pretty. So don't forget to make the inside of your card as pretty as the front. So now you have that beautiful element on the inside, and I'll add my sentiment. I'll heat emboss it in gold. I think I'm going to put the congratulations on there, but with love would be beautiful. Wouldn't that make a beautiful anniversary card? I think it looks so pretty. So let's take a close look now at all three of our projects so that you can see the versatility from the same washi tape, same stamp set, but using black outline, die cut just from the washi without adding anything, and then the metallic. So the only thing I didn't do was show you how it looked with the colored background. So let me quickly die cut these just so that you can see how cool they look on colored cardstock. Now all I did was put the washi tape down on a piece of cardstock. All right, so here's what they would look like if you put them on colored cardstock. Isn't that pretty? Still super pretty. But another fun little twist and a creative way to use all these little pieces. Look how cute these are. You can change it up to make it any color you want in that background. All right, does anyone have any questions that I can answer for you? I know there's a little Facebook delay. So again, this is the Extraordinary Flora Bundle. It comes with your washi tape. You just peel this off and you can stick it to whatever you want it on. There's two, you can clearly see two different colors. There's the purple and blues and the pinks and greens. I'm not seeing any questions pop through, so all right. Well, thanks everyone for joining. Don't forget, today is the last day for the two-tone cardstock sale. There's also been some amazing kits added recently. So if you have not popped into the online store in the last few weeks, go check out the kit section. You're going to see the new kits and they really are fabulous. I have one that I'm probably going to jump on and do kind of like a little impromptu live with you. Don't forget to get registered for Creatively Inked so that you can work with these cool sailboats. You'll enjoy that kit. And get ready for my BOGO. Watch my site, get signed up for my newsletter. I will be sending all the information out to my newsletter subscribers first for my 15-year Stampin' Up! Anniversary later this month. So thanks everyone for joining me. I hope you have a great weekend. We are headed back up to Ann Arbor here in about a half hour for more hockey. So that's what we'll be doing. So I will look forward to seeing you again next week. Oh, actually, you know what? I'm not going to be live at the normal time next week because next week is my virtual album retreat. So if you would like to create a scrapbook album, it's not too late to jump online and grab your kit and you can join us virtually. And if you live local, you're welcome to stop in and spend the weekend with us so that we can create that together. So, but stay tuned. I will probably jump on earlier in the morning and do a little live with you then. All right. Have a great weekend, everyone. Bye.